Koiki Media, we're bringing the world closer to your doorstep.
Koiki Media, Koiki Media, Koiki Media, we bringing the world closer to your doorstep.
Koiki Media, Koiki Media, Koiki Media, we bringing the world closer to your doorstep.
Àwọn sọ́lára àgbà yìí dá, àwa ló láṣà àti èdè. Ìgbéde lárugẹ nílẹ̀ Oòduà o, àwa gangan ni bàbá.
Koiki Media, Koiki Media, Koiki Media, we bringing the world closer to your doorstep.
They never sabi wetin we carry for her.
But they move closer before they go sabi.
I said they never know wetin we carry for body.
But they move closer before they go sabi.
Ọ̀kín lọ lọ́jà ẹyẹ, ìníhùn ló ló lajú.
Ẹyẹ tó dorí kodò bí àdán ọgbẹ́jẹ lẹ́nu.
Ká ṣiṣẹ́ fún ilẹ̀ bàbá wa, ká ṣiṣẹ́ fún ìlú bàbá wa, ká jùmọ̀ sowọ́pọ̀ ká lè gbó dúdú àga.
Odùduwà kò bá lè gbé wá.
Ọmọ Odùduwà ṣègìrì, ẹ dìde fún ẹ̀tọ́ adúláwọ̀, ká lè jọ jùmọ̀ gbé délẹ̀ ìlérí, ká wálé gba ògo ilẹ̀ wa, ká ṣiṣẹ́ ká lè jọ gbàdé, ká lè gbàdé adé adúláwọ̀, àwa ni mọ̀lẹ̀ tí yóò tàn káàkiri.
Pé ọmọ Odùduwà ni wá.
Koiki Media, àwa là ń gbé tó lárugẹ.
Ètò tó pọ̀jù owó tí wàá máa ní.
Kásá ẹgbẹ́ polówó ọjà wà kájé bùgbà yín jẹ.
Ètò tó pọ̀jù owó tí wàá máa ní.
À ń gbé tó lárugẹ, à ń gbàsà lárugẹ.
Ètò tó pọ̀jù owó tí wàá máa ní.
News and sports ẹ máa rí gbọ́.
Ètò tó pọ̀jù owó tí wàá máa ní.
Ọmọ Ìjẹ̀bú alárẹ̀mí ló ní kí n máa ké tantan. Koiki Media ọlọ́lá gbajúmọ̀ mi o, máa bá ṣẹ̀rẹ̀ lọ o. Ọmọ Yorùbá nìyẹn, ọmọ Yorùbá tata o. À ń gbádùn rẹ, ọmọ Ìjẹ̀bú alárẹ̀mí, ṣẹ́yìn ló máa fi dìbò tẹ̀ mọ́lẹ̀ o. Ẹ̀yin lọ́mọ onígbò máa ń dé mádémádé, ẹ̀yin lọ́mọ onígbò máa wọ̀ o. Igbó máa wọ̀ gájòjì ò gbọ́dọ̀ wọ̀, àjòjì tó bá wọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ á tẹ̀lé ní ẹbọra. Ẹ̀yin lọ máa náwó kóyìnbó tó dé, ìgbà tó yìnbó dé o, owó náà dẹ́ tún pọ̀ sí o. Koiki Media ṣàwa ní bàbá. Koiki Media àwọn ní bàbá.
Koiki Media àwọn ní bàbá.
Àdáńtọ́ àtúnpèrègèdè.
Koiki Media àwọn ní bàbá.
Àwa là ń gbé tò lárugẹ, jẹ́ ká jọ gbọ́ o.
Koiki Media àwọn ní bàbá.
Àtúnjàfẹ́tọ̀ ilẹ̀ wa, fẹ́tọ̀ ilẹ̀ Yorùbá.
Koiki Media àwọn ní bàbá.
Ọmọ Oòduà ni wá o, tọkàntọkàn.
Koiki Media àwọn ní bàbá.
Ikú tí ó ṣe bí lébi òsì, àdìmú bàbá iyọ̀.
Koiki Media àwọn ní bàbá.
We bring you work closer to your doorstep.
Koiki Media àwọn ní bàbá.
Afẹ́fẹ́ tó ń fẹ́ o tó ń kan kí oko lára ni.
Koiki Media àwọn ní bàbá.
Àpèrègèdè Olódùmarè ló fún wa ṣe.
Koiki Media àwọn ní bàbá.
Gbogbo ayé ẹ gbọ́, àwa ní bàbá o.
Koiki Media àwọn ní bàbá.
Ẹ máa bọ̀ wá ẹgbẹ́ polówó ọjà yín wá o.
Koiki Media àwọn ní bàbá.
Odùduwà la gbé dání, òtítọ́ la gbé dání.
Koiki Media àwọn ní bàbá.
A kì í sọ̀dálẹ̀, a kì í sọdí kẹta.
Koiki Media àwọn ní bàbá.
Àdúró tán, a tún pèrègèdè.
Koiki Media àwọn ní bàbá.
Koiki Media, we bring you work closer to your doorstep. Koiki Media is around
To give us latest.
Is around
To give us latest.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Ẹ mú kalẹ̀ sílẹ̀, ẹ tẹ́tí ẹ gbọ́ ètò tó kojú gbogbo.
ladies and gentlemen,
Ẹ mú kalẹ̀ sílẹ̀, ẹ tẹ́tí ẹ gbọ́ ètò tó kojú gbogbo.
Koiki Media is around.
To give us latest.
Koiki Media.
Koiki.
gbogbo ẹ̀yin ọmọ ọ̀dọ́ tá a jọ ń káàkiri ọ̀dọ́jọ́ ni wá ẹ mọ̀ jẹ́ kí a fi àyè gba fúlàní lórí ilẹ̀ àwọn bàbá wa ẹ mọ̀ jẹ́ ká bú ọba mọ́ ẹ mọ̀ jẹ́ ká bú jòyè mọ́ nígbà tá a la fẹ́ jà fún àwọn ọ̀rẹ́ wa táwa ń kọ́kọ́ ń bú ọba tá à ń bú jòyè èmi náà ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ rí bọ́mọ pẹ́rẹ́ àmì padà ẹ mọ̀ jẹ́ ká bú àgbààgbà kankan mọ́ ẹ mọ̀ bolóṣèlú kankan àwọn ẹ̀rù kálukú ń bẹ̀rù wọn ò lè sọ̀rọ̀ ọba ò lè sọ ìjòyè lè sọ ẹ jẹ́ ká ronú ẹ mọ̀ jẹ́ ká bá àwọn bàbá wa jà mọ́ ẹ mọ̀ jẹ́ á bú wọn mọ́ ẹ mọ̀ jẹ́ á ṣe wọn ra wọn la pẹ̀lú wọn àwọn àgbà tó bá jó lóṣèlú tá a bá fẹ́ kọ́ wọn rẹ̀ wá lọ́wọ́ á pè wọn mọ́ra á gbé wọn mọ́ra ni à ní bú wọn mọ́ ẹ mọ̀ jẹ́ á ṣèjẹ̀gbọ́n ẹ mọ̀ jẹ́ á dàlúrú a lè gba ẹ̀tọ́ wa láì ṣèjẹ̀gbọ́n a lè gba ẹ̀tọ́ wa láì yìnbọn a lè gba ẹ̀tọ́ wa láì dàlúrú gbogbo protest mo ṣe ní ìlú Nàìjíríà mi ò rí ibi tí mo ti ẹnìkan lè sọ pé mo pààyàn tàbí mo jó nǹkan náà tàbí mo bà nǹkan jẹ́ mo lọ písù torí pé olówó lèmi náà tí ò bá sólówó lára ń dì mọ́ gbogbo nǹkan tọ́lọ́run fún yẹn lọ́lọ́run fún mi mi ṣe tálákà tó dé pé mo dìde fún jà Yorùbá big man ni mi àwọn tó jẹ́ ọ̀rẹ́ mi tó súnmọ́ mi tó ní owó ní kí ni mo wá lọ bẹ̀ pé sọ́wọ́ lè mi mò ń fẹ́ ni kí n sọ yìí tí mo fẹ́ mo ní ìṣòro owó àní ọ̀rọ̀ ìran mi ni mò ń sọ kí n wọ gbowó kí n gbéra kí n pé mò ń lọ ọ̀dọ̀ ọba gbowó mò ń lọ ọ̀dọ̀ oníbodè òfin gbowó kí n kójó wọlé kọ́kàn mi balẹ̀ kí n dá wa mọ́tò kí n mọ́ rìn bọ̀ kí Fúlàní mọ́ dá mi dúró títì kí n délé kí bàbá sọ pé kí n gbé tírélà sùn kí n mọ́ gbé lọ àwọn bàbá wo lè lóko mọ́ wọn ò lè lóńdò ẹ jẹ́ ká fọwọ́sowọ́pọ̀ ká ti àwọn bàbá wa lẹ́yìn ká dá security ti wá lẹ̀ ká sọ fún wọn kí wọ́n bá wa fọwọ́ tì í ká lé wọn kó nu oko wa ẹ ṣé mo dúpẹ́ Jésù Olúwa wa.
A very good morning and welcome to Koiki Media Live as we continue our campaign and the quest to self-determination. I say very good morning and welcome to the 19th of November 2024, and we crack on quickly as we have so much to cover this morning. Mo kí gbogbo ènìyàn wa níbi tí ẹ ti ń darapọ̀ mọ́ wa ní òru èní àbí ní ọ̀sán àbí láàárọ̀ ní ibikíbi tí olúkálùkù bá ti ń gbọ́ wa. Ẹ bá wa pín ètò yẹn kí ẹ dẹ̀ bá wa pè àwọn èèyàn wọlé kí a tún jọ wo ọ̀rọ̀ tó ń lọ lórí ìrìn àjò Yorùbá Nation àti níbo ló dé, níbo ni à ń lọ. Orí ìkànnì Koiki Media òun náà ni a wà ní àárọ̀ yìí. Mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń wọlé. A nílé máa dárúkọ torí àsìkò, and I have so much to cover this morning. Please sit back and please do not ask me to speak in Yoruba alone. I'm not communicating to you. It's exactly 4:12 a.m. in London, and that means it's a Tuesday, November the 19th, 2024. It is madness to think that Nigeria will work. Who is actually saying this? This is what Wole Soyinka said just around 2021 when the Yoruba Nation campaign was on its full gear. But apparently, many Nigerians are still hoping that there will be a turnaround and things will change. But I can confirm to you that the North are also now telling us that they are prepared for Nigeria breakup, according to Ango Abdullahi, one of the former Vice Chancellor of Ahmadu Bello University and the Secretary of the Northern Elders Forum, NEF, Professor Ango Abdullahi. Again, if you look at the the headline, look at the date. Apparently, everybody knew that the breakup of Nigeria is moving closer, but everybody is asking when this is going to happen. How it's going to happen, when it's going to happen, depends on how many Nigerians really want the country to dissolve quicker so that we can save many lives of our people that are living in bondage in a country that was never meant to be. Mo kí ẹ̀yin olólùfẹ́ wa níbi tí ẹ ti ń darapọ̀ mọ́ wa ní méjì mẹ́ta. Mo kí yín pé ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ìkànnì náà tí à ń pè ní Koiki Media. Ní àárọ̀ yìí, a fẹ́ wo àwọn ìgbéyẹ̀wò tí ó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ lágbàáyé. Ká kọ́kọ́ mú wá bẹ́ẹ̀ ká tó padà wá sínú Nàìjíríà. I say good morning and welcome once again. Please share the program and invite others to do so. I'm going to take you around the world, probably for the first hour of this program, and then later we would talk about the other areas that I want us to look into. Once again, these headlines that you're looking at, these are headlines from few years back. They are not new headline. These are headlines that has been around. I just want to review it regarding the campaign and why many of us should start understanding that Nigeria is no longer a country that you think will work. So mo kí ẹ̀yin media wa tí ẹ ti darapọ̀ àti ẹ̀yin èèyàn wa tí ẹ capture bí nǹkan ṣe ń lọ. Mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin tí ẹ ti pè wá. The feedback of the Sunday broadcast and the message has gone to different arrows. Tó bá wọn Ọbásanjọ́ kó sá lọ sí east, arrow mi máa bá níbẹ̀. Tó bá wọn kó lọ sí south, the arrow will go and meet him. Tó bá dẹ̀ wọn kó lọ sí north, any part around the world tó Ọbásanjọ́ bá sá lọ, arrow gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá máa attack it from the broadcast we did on Sunday. So share this one, and the most important thing, remember to support this network so that we can continue to bring as many things that is happening around the world. So we're going to take you quickly to see some of the news that is coming from the international community regarding different events that is taking place from the many of us tí ẹ̀ ń pè níjọ́ Sunday, whether you have the balls to do exactly what you have said or what you think is necessary to be done is entirely up to you. But one thing I can tell you is that kò ń ṣe ibi báyìí ni a ti ń pè fún violence. This is a place where we brief you and we prepare you for as many things that is happening around the world that you might not be familiar with. And that means that I can give you up to date of information that you can then start processing. My platform is not calling for violence, but my platform is calling for the preparation of the violence that has been on the Yoruba people and the Igbos and the Hausas that needs to fight back so that we can take back what belongs to us. So always put that at the back of your mind. So what I'm going to show us now and what we're going to be talking about in the next 1 hour, these are events in the last month, few months, and these are going on because the world itself will never be peaceful. The Yoruba people must not sit back and accept, what is happening. If you have to destroy Lagos State, destroy it. If you have to destroy Ogun State, destroy it. If you have to destroy the Southeast, I saw videos of people crying. If they say sit at home, sit at home. If they say don't go out, don't go out. If you go out, Nigerian military terrorists will kill you. So, as I don't care, many lives has been lost, and it is time that we start saying it the way it is. We will destroy every part of Southwest to save millions of lives because that is the only option. And I'm not here to be politically correct. I don't give a fuck because at the end of the day, many of us need to understand that the criminal British came in with weapons to kill us. So let's take you to what is happening in Manipur. You might probably have never heard about Manipur. But this is the reason why you need to sit on this platform so that anyone engage. Somebody was calling me yesterday. I said, you don't need any weapon. Just get a bottle, fill it up with petrol and use it. And that's exactly what they're doing in Manipur. But they haven't got the money. The Yoruba people don't have that money. But if there's a weapon that is needed, the weapon is in Nigeria. We will take those weapons and we will use it against those that are using it against us. So whoever is calling and saying, oh, we need weapon. You don't need any weapon now. This is what is happening in Manipur, and I want us to go through it and let's watch together. So what you're looking at in front of you is the BBC, and that is your most trusted network because anytime about the BBC, you feel comfortable and they have the money, they have the capacity. Some of you even question what we need money for. But since we don't have the money to show our team to travel to Manipur, we will use the BBC and other network to be able to do so. So let's go through it briefly. Fresh ethnic clashes in India's Manipur after 6 bodies were found. This is coming from the BBC News in Mumbai. And the date on it was yesterday, the 18th of November. So what I'm showing you right now did not happen last year, but this has been going on since last year, and the people are fighting back. They are fighting back because they need to save themselves from the atrocities and things that they think, is going AWOL. So Taban Sofwini by way, violence is the only language that criminal politicians understand. You cannot get Yoruba nation through diplomacy, but we will continue to foster diplomacy. But if anybody accepts that diplomacy will be the only option on the table, you will wait till that kingdom comes. We need to fight back now, and we need to fight back very hard. And if we are going to fight back, a lot of things will have to be destroyed before we can get to where we are going. There's no doubt about it in my mind, because destruction is part of the world that we are living today. So don't think that writing letters, rallies will save us alone. You need to fight back. And that's exactly what is happening in Manipur. So let's listen a little bit more. Let's take you through event that is happening in Manipur so that we can give you up to date of this information. And I welcome you. If you're new to the platform, share the program and invite others to do so. So let's go back again. India's northeastern state of Manipur, spelled as Manipur. You can Google it. There's a lot of fighting going on right there, and there's a lot of people that doesn't need weapons, but they're chasing their politicians back and forth. But Yoruba back when you see, I'm also play and need the bomb. Need the bomb. You don't need a full weapon now. Just go out there. If you have to destroy things to get things right, there is no doubt about it. That is the language that the world understands. America is supporting Israel. They are destroying Palestinians. Russia is destroying Ukraine. If we have to destroy Southwest, we will rebuild it again. I don't give a fuck if anybody agrees with me or not. That is your own cup of tea. Indian northeast state of Manipur is on a high alert after authorities recovered the bodies of 6 women and children who reportedly belong to the majority Mighty community. Mighty groups have alleged that they were kidnapped and murdered by armed groups of minority Kuku group. When we talk about minority, remember that Fulanis are minority. So, Toba Pani, Turi Nyo Pwetebo Deni, then you want to show video, Uri Nyo Pwene, and Toba Pani, you know, man Pani Yapadani, Toba Te Pani, you know, Lati Pamo. That is the only option on the table. Whatever one send the video, see what I just Uri Nyo Pwe. I just put la kaye yín ó stupid because àwọn olórí burúkú born bastard àwọn politicians ń tọ́ ní kúre tó yẹ pé ògùn ló máa pa gbogbo wọn tó yẹ ká dá sídìí sí ká pa gbogbo wọn dànù but nígbà tó yẹ pé ẹ̀fẹ́ kan bẹ́ẹ̀ ẹ̀kọ́ ní kẹ́kọ́ ti fídíò mi ibi tó bá dùn bẹ́ẹ̀ orí gbogbo yín ò pé tó bá yá gbogbo yín máa bọ́ sókè títì ẹ̀ stop gbogbo shenanigans tó ń lọ. That is what's happening in Manipur. Manipur is on fire and it has been going on for a very long time. So I thought I'd catch up and bring the news closer to you because when I sit here and people say, oh, you are being violent, I am not being violent. Violence is part of the world, and the world itself is violent. If it's not violent, I want to share from British for £2, £11, and British will go billions of dollars out of Nigeria every day. I'm creating violence. I'm creating violence. The news spark, and these are, imagine a minority is trying to overthrow the majority, which is exactly what is playing out in Yoruba land today. But crazy Yoruba people will tell you that their only problem is Igbos and all those shit. So Igbo the problem one. We have Hausa, Fulani, we have Hausa is different. We have Hausa, we have Fulani, we have criminal, international countries that are more creating havoc in Yoruba land. But stupid olórí burúkú yàwọn Yorùbá máa sọ fún mi pé Igbo nìkan ni problem wọn àwọn olùṣí. Ṣé Igbo nìkan ló ń dààmú wa nílẹ̀ Yorùbá? What about the Lebanese, the Indian, the Chinese, the British, the Americans? You won't talk about those ones because you don't have the balls to talk about them. I have the balls to call every single one of them to order. So now we're talking about a particular group here. Don't we need the Mighty community? I'll give you a little bit of their background, but let's continue with this news coming from the BBC in Mumbai. So what is happening right now is that there is now a minority. And when we talk about minority, I want you to continue to look at it from the angle of the Fulanis. The Fulanis were not even part of Nigeria. They are minority, and everybody knows now they control your dickhead governors, your kings. They control everybody, and they're never going to control people like us. And we're going to fight back. And if we need weapons to defend ourselves, we will get those weapons legally, whatever it means. But for now, since you don't have a weapon, there's many other ways to fight back. And this is what the Métis community are doing. They're fighting back. But I want more really Yoruba. Tabanika fight back. Get those bottles, Aero petrol, Sikesodi, Monikov, more building to build everything back, okay? And that's exactly what is going to happen in Ukraine. After the war, they will rebuild, okay? 90 groups have alleged pé àwọn kan pa wọ́n kidnap wọn, wọ́n bá wọn ìyá wọn sùn, wọ́n dó wọn, wọ́n bọ́mọ kékeré sùn, ọlọ́pàá lórí burúkú tó yẹ kó ṣe nǹkan kò ṣe kankan sí, government yẹ kó ṣe nǹkan wọn ṣe kankan sí, and they are fighting back, and they are fighting back now to save their community and their indigenous people as well. The news has now sparked a fresh wave of violence. Do you hear that? Violent protest. Tó bá jẹ́ pé mi mo ní ká jáde nísìnyí ká ṣe violent protest, àárẹ̀ àwọn ọ̀dẹ̀ kan, àwọn ẹ̀gbọ́n òṣì kan á máa pè mí, àwọn sisters kan, àwọn kan máa ṣe blog, wọ́n pa àwọn èèyàn náà nílẹ̀ Yorùbá, àwọn ń ṣe Twitter space, wọ́n pa àwọn èèyàn, àwa wà lórí Facebook, wọ́n pa àwọn èèyàn, à ń complain, ká lẹ̀ ń complain fún èèyàn máa lè, ká lẹ̀ ń complain fún ẹ̀ńdó kí Ìgbòho ṣe sọ fún yín pé kọ́ má pa yín, ẹni tó bá ti pa èèyàn máa ń pa ẹni yẹn padà ní, ẹ wọlé ẹ pa wọn, kódà tó bá possible wọn ká lọ sí north níbi tó ti ń pa wá yẹn, ká lọ pa àwọn Fúlàní tó ń pa wá yẹn torí pé lórí burúkú ni wọ́n sì máa pa yín dáadáa. Ẹni tó bá ń pààyàn yẹn máa ń pa ni. Amẹ́ríkà tó bá pọ̀ mọ́ Amẹ́ríkà máa pa ẹni yẹn ni. America doesn't give a shit. Tí Donald Trump bá wọlé nísìnyí, ó ti ní army ló máa fi gbé gbogbo ẹ̀yin immigrant, ó máa fi pọ́ǹpù yín jáde kúrò ní Amẹ́ríkà. Orí ò pé má tètè mọ tá máa ṣe ká tètè kúrò ní Nàìjíríà. Ẹ máa dúró pé kí Biafra declare. Ṣé nígbà tí Biafra bá declare ẹ̀ fi gba country, everybody must play a role. Role tèmi lè ní play as a media. And like I always say, this media is strong enough to tell you that violence will need to be played for Yoruba people to be free. Ẹ bá sọ pé ẹ fẹ́ violence, we will continue for the next 50 years as David Lammy have told us. Let's continue. So we now have a new spark of fresh violent protest. You heard it very well. Violent protest. There's nothing like peaceful protest. You see, because in peaceful protest, violence, you can't do violence, you can't get what you want. And the world is not going to talk about it. Violent protest has now prompted authorities to snap internet services in some part of the state over the weekend, because one more way, when the violence is going on, messages is going to come on the social media, the news is going to go around the world, and the crazy government will shut down the internet. That is the first thing any government will do. So don't expect that when violence kicks up in Nigeria, your internet is going to work. They will shut it down. The two ethnic groups now, I want us to look at it as the Yoruba and the Fulani. I'm not going to lock it with Igbos, okay? Because I know they're crazy Yoruba people. They're listening to me, Olushiniwa. Every little thing they want to pump it to the, hey, Igbo is taking our land, but the Lebanese that is taking your land, they don't see that one. The Indians that has about 200 companies that are paying peanuts. Non so far on your Indians with some Modi. Olori Buruku Modi. This is his country. Indian is part of this Manipur. You know, he went to Nigeria, they gave him GCNO, but there's problem in his own village. Just like Olori Buruku Tinubu not from Kati, one bastard. The two ethnic groups have been locked in a deadly ethnic conflict since last May, which has killed 200 people and displaced thousands. As long as we hold on to the Nigeria, Fulani ma pa púpọ̀ nù yín, ìgbéyàwó ṣépè, expect Fulani to kill many of you. Wọ́n máa pa yín ni, because we are too stupid and waiting for our governors to come and save us and rescue us. Àwọn ọba tí ń lọ party wọ̀ ráyè tiwa. Every day lọ lọ party, what is the MC? Àtẹ̀mọ́ ọba money sìn. Every time you just open the Instagram, you open the social media, you will see our kings all over the place. You know, if they're doing anything cultural, there's nothing wrong with that. It's good. But the fact that most of them are so engaged in party, and also birthday, and you keep wondering whether these are kings and their distraction. I've told you that already. So that means that last year, two of these ethnic groups have been locked. Did you hear what they said? Locked. In a deadly ethnic conflict. What is happening in Nigeria is not ethnic conflict. It's one ethnic killing one, which is the Fulanese. Okay? Don't start blaming the Igbos for all your problems. Blame all your Lori Buruku governors, Yorubas, Obas, and kings, and ballers, and politicians, and elites that are killing you against other indigenous people. If we have Yoruba nation, we will restrict whoever we want to restrict. We will block whoever we want to block. We will not give room to anybody if we believe that that is the only way we can save souls. But as long as you are in Nigeria, expect your life to continue to remain in that poverty mentality. The two ethnic groups have been locked in a deadly ethnic conflict since last May, which has killed 200 people. And that is the world that we are living. People are being killed, but nobody talks about it. Many people are living in the IDP camp, and they continue to live there, and nobody cares. But they are more worried about what is happening in the southeast. If they say sit at home, no sit at home, they go use bullet come out your head, because that is what the military are going to do, and the Nigerian government. Sit at home is sit at home, okay? Idiot. On Saturday, protesters. Now, this is where I want us to listen to, okay? Because when I come out and say, oh, we should fight back, I'm not saying you should need gun. You don't need gun. Just get bottle, load it up with whatever you can load it up with, and fire it out to whoever you're going to fire it. As those governors are passing by, but you don't want to do that. You just want me to come and do the one to be talking for you. You just want me to be saying it when it is exactly what is happening around the world. And that's why I have to bring this evidence so that you don't say, this platform is violent. No, violence is part of the game. On Saturday, not last year Saturday, this Saturday that passed, protesters ransacked and touched the houses and offices of at least a dozen lawmakers, mostly from the state governing Barayita Janata Party. We're not asking you to go and destroy innocent people's lives and property. All those politicians that you know that are criminals, when you go out for protest, I've told you that. Go out on a protest, get the bottle. If police is disturbing you and they're saying it's not going to be peaceful, and that's exactly what these ones have done. These ones doesn't need anybody to tell them what to do. They went out, and I'll show you the video evidence. I'm still reading the report from the BBC. What Jad did on a Saturday, and they burnt down every house of their lawmakers, because Olori Burukuna were lawmakers. The lawmakers don't do jack shit. So what they did was they've been telling them that these people are killing us, they're kidnapping, they're raping us. But the lawmakers are not doing anything. So they say, okay. So on Saturday last week, which is just this Saturday, today is Tuesday, these people went on a protest and burnt down every offices and dozen of the lawmakers, everything that has to do with the government, they burnt it down, because they know that that is the only way the message will be clear. But Yoruba now, we will be looking for one excuse for the other, expecting Koiki to come down and do it for you. Number. Police have arrested 23 people in connection with the violence. That's normal. And authorities have imposed an indefinite curfew. They've suspended internet services in Mighty-dominated Impel Valley and East Hallock District. Now, the question is the government supporting these people? The government doesn't support people that want to be free. Nobody wants it to be free. That's the world that we are living. So rather than go after the criminals, just like Tinubu and Buhari, rather than go after Fulani that are killing us, they're not going to go after them. And that is the problem we are having today in that contraction that you're calling the country. Rather than Tinubu to defend Yoruba land and tell every governors to make sure that all Amotekun are carrying weapons. No, Tinubu is not going to do that. He's not going to do that. If you think Tinubu is going to tell your governors to let Amotekun carry weapons, he's not going to. We thought it was Buhari, Shehu, Gaba Shehu, that criminals. We thought he was the one in charge telling our governors not to get weapons to defend Yoruba land. We now realize that Tinubu is another crazy one that came in and is not ready to allow our politicians to give weapons to Amotekun to protect and defend our lives. So let's go further. Tensions began on the 7th of November after members of an armed group, just like Fulanis. Every time I'm talking about this, just remove this one and add Fulani and make it Fulani and Yoruba. And I don't want you to come and tell me about Yoruba and Igbos, okay? Whatever is happening on the social media with Yoruba and Igbo is not what I'm here for. I'm talking about the Fulanis are killing Yoruba people, and stupid Yoruba people are sitting back and waiting for their governor. Go out on a protest and do what is needed to defend yourself. If not, police have arrested, no, at least 20 people, I think I've read that. Tension began on the 7th of November after members of the armed group allegedly raped a woman who reportedly belonged to the Kuku community and even set her on fire. Do you imagine that? Women have been used in Nigeria. They've boxed them, they've killed them. And it's not just in Nigeria. Somewhere in Northamptonshire, I read the news from the Northamptonshire police. A guy killed a wife, put her in the back road after the park, drove the wife to the dead body, drove it to Ilford, abandoned the vehicle there, and he has run out of this country. So it's a shame that many women are being attacked and killed on a daily basis. Okay, somebody is just confirming what I'm reading here now. It says, Mr. Sunday Michael, sorry, I'm just reading your comment now. It says, I have an Indian with me here. He was telling me about the ethnic called Manipur. He said they have been fighting for more than a year now. Did you hear that? Many Yoruba people don't know this. That's why I said, come to this platform, the Quality Media Network, and this is the only place you can get authentic news, okay? Especially on our movement. And I still have one more. I'll be taking you to Australia, where there's a big thing happening there as well. But let's first clear this one before we move to the next one. Eshegoni, Mr. Sunday Michael. I'm sure Melomi there, but you look for like by you, okay? So if you think people have any time to talk about Yoruba nation around the world, they don't have the time. They have many things they're dealing with. We have to deal with our problem internally before the world can come and help us. If we like, we sit on social media, we shout Yoruba nation. Nobody is going to listen to you. But when it comes to violence, they will pick on news and they'll talk about it. So let's go further. 4 days later, a police station and a relief camp housing Métis refugee in the area was attacked. Just like Fulani continue to attack many people, every community they attack. The government is doing nothing. Everybody is folding their hands, and we're waiting for miracle to come and save us. No miracle is coming to save you. You will all die. And I didn't say that because I always have evidence to back it. Let me quickly bring, I think it was this man that reminded us that if you sit back and do nothing, you do nothing. You are waiting for Tinubu to come and help. You think Tinubu has time for anybody? I saw Tinubu and Remy enjoying their life in Brazil at the G20. That's what Tinubu wants. He just wants to be known as a president, travel like Buhari, take picture, shake hand. If you can sell Yoruba people to anybody, sell it, and that's all. Tinubu is not concerned because right now Tinubu just wants to enjoy his own life, just as Buhari did as well. And people like us are concerned that the Yoruba people are not waking up. And if you don't wake up quicker, you might all end up to become another, people that will be out of this world. But we're not going to sit back. That is the reason why we are here all the time. Let's listen to this man because he told you, but Olori Buruku Nigerian, they're bomb bastard. They're waiting for miracle. They're waiting for Jesus Christ to come down. You better go and get yourself well prepared because
every one of us must rise up. The armed forces are not neutral. They collude. They collude. They collude with the armed bandits that kill people, kill Nigerians. They facilitate their movements. They cover them. If you are depending on the armed forces to stop the killings, you will all die one by one.
I pray you all die more until you wake up, okay? You heard what T.Y. Danjuma is saying the same thing, but Nigerians are not reacting. They are waiting for miracle. We're still going to be talking more about Wole Soyinka article in 2021. It is madness to think Nigeria will work. This was published on March 7, 2021, and also on the 1st of October 2017. The North are prepared for Nigeria's breakup by Professor Ango Abdullahi. But I am still taking you around the world because we're still talking about international news, because this platform is called Koiki Media, bringing the world closer to your doorstep. So let's go furthermore. I will not be calling your names. I haven't got the time this morning. I'm too busy. And all I can tell you is we need to prepare for the worst case scenario. This is the platform. It's not calling for violence, but violence is part of the game. So let's go further. And we're talking about a particular community in India called the Manipur that are being attacked, killed, raped, but they are not sitting back. They are not folding their arms. They are not waiting for one pastor. They are not waiting for one leader. They are not waiting for anybody. They are not waiting for America. They are going out there and they are fighting back. And they are fighting back very hard to defend their community and protect their loved ones. So, police allege that there were men suspected Kuka militants. So, everybody knows Fulani, but we also know what they call, there's another group they called the Kuki, K-U-K-I, not Koikyo, okay? K-U-K-I National Army, according to what I've got here, declare, review, these are like, 1 minute, I want to go and see what they have in the Wikipedia. Kuki, not Koikyo, insurgent group are active in the upper Myanmar and in the pocket of the northeast India. It is the armed wing of Kuki National Organization. They were actually founded on the 24th of February 1988. So you can see that people have been fighting for freedom. So when somebody say, hey, I can't think about Yoruba nation land now, really? How much have you donated that you're calling for Yoruba nation to happen now? You think Yoruba nation will come on social media? People need money to fight. And if you don't have money, you use whatever weapon you have. Tẹ́ ẹ bá lè lo oògùn tí àwọn baba ńlá wa ní láti fi jà, ẹ ra petrol sínú ògùn kẹdùn àwọn tó tẹ́ bá lè làmú tó bá yẹ everybody máa dìde. The Kuku National Army, known as KNA, was founded on the 24th of February 1988 with the goal of creating a separate state. So this one can also say that they are fighting for a state, which is exactly what I'm reading here. So everybody is fighting, and they have been fighting since 1988 for the Tigba country now. So you think that by sitting on social media, we're crying every day. Who are you crying to? United Nations. United Nations that is so disorganized that they can't know what, they don't know their left from their right. You think United Nations have the time for anybody? If people have been fighting since 1988 to get the country, do you know how many years is that? Now, I'm not talking about 1998. They're trying to get their state since 1988. So they want a separate state administered by the Kuku people in India and Myanmar. And that is why this fight is going on in Manipur. So you can see that they can also say that their argument is, if we don't fight back, nobody's listening to us. And it's not that the world doesn't want to listen to people. Everybody have the right to have their state, to have their independent country, but there are some that they don't want them to go. And people like Yoruba people, you will not leave Nigeria if you don't fight back, okay? So let's go further. So from its formation to 2013, the KNA was involved in 20 armed confrontations with the Tamada Myanmar armed forces. So they have been in confrontation, they've been fighting. Just like the Biafra will fight Nigerian government, I believe from December 2nd. If they like, make them kill each other, as long as Biafra can have their country, that is good for me. Because Nigerians, we have been telling the government, listen to people, let's resolve this diplomacy. They don't want diplomacy. The Biafra would have no other choice than to use weapons to fight back. And I pray that everything goes in accordance with them and their government, very soon by December 2nd. We just calm down. Everybody's waiting. It might not be a day fight because don't expect that there will be a day fight. So whenever I will say that it might take 20 years to fight the Nigerian government and move everything called Nigeria out of their territory. So don't think that even if they declare or they don't declare on December 2nd, the fight will go on for a very long time. Just like the IRA. And stupid Olori Yoruba people will come and be telling you nonsense. I was watching the news yesterday. And now back a little bit. It's still part of the program. This is the score line between England and Republic of Ireland. And you see Olori Yoruba people that live in Ireland will be telling you, shut up, which Yoruba nation you want. But they forgot that the reason why they are living in Republic of Ireland today is because they fought back. They fought the English. They fought hard. They destroyed things. They burned things down. What joke and what panic? But we don't want to kill. We don't want to burn. Hey, don't burn Lagos. Burn everything down. We refuse. From Lagos State. Burn it down. And show you. We burn anything down, we rebuild it again. Oxford Circles was burnt many times, they rebuild it again. Let any Yoruba person come and tell me nonsense. I am not joking anymore. Burn everything down and we rebuild it again. Shield. Look at the score line between England and Republic of Ireland. 5-0. England won the game. But those that are living in Republic of Ireland only got their country because they fought back. And they fought the British, the wicked British that doesn't want them to go. They killed them, they destroyed them. Britain interfere with their lives. They also make sure that they make their life ungovernable until they say, this Wahala is too much. You better let Republic of Ireland have their country. Yoruba people doesn't want Wahala. We want peace. Who's going to give you freedom for peace? You think freedom, they sell it in Ojole, like I always say. So look at the scoreline between England and Republic of Ireland yesterday. These are two countries. Look at Republic of Ireland quickly. Republic of Ireland. How did they gain their independence? Let's quickly look at it. How did they gain their independence? Was it through just talking? Was it through just sitting behind the social media? Or was it a fight? Yoruba people want freedom, but they want to do it in a negotiation table with these stupid governors that are bribing our people with 3,000 naira to vote. I wonder why people did not destroy that in the election. But they're not going to destroy it because they're part of the crime. They want that kind of election where somebody put money, go and give them 10,000, not your 3,000. You saw those women saying that we got paid. So let's look at how the Republic of Ireland gained independence through a series of events, including the Easter Rising. Not in Easter Rising. In 1916, a group of nationalists that was led by the Irish Republican Brotherhood, IRB, staged a rebellion in Dublin. If I tell Yoruba people now, let's stage a rebellion, say, you are looking for trouble, be careful, your utterances, don't let British government come for you. But British government was fought in 1916 by what they call the IRB, Irish Republican Brotherhood. We're not destroying British, but we are going to fight anybody that doesn't want Yoruba people to go on our land. If we have to fight them, we fight them. If we have to kick them out, we kick their ass out. No, don't let us do that too. But people have been fighting for freedom as far back as 1916. So Lushomo Yoruba to one in Republic of Ireland. We need to have back what to bank in Republic of Ireland to know for Yoruba nation. Come and buy me. You could go to buy me because ìlú tó long bad they fought hard. They fought war. There was a series of events before you and your family can go there now, claim asylum, and go and give back there and live there. Don't bastard Yoruba people. Rather than them now to let us fight it together. No, Koiki, shut up. Because they have their Irish passport. They can go to Nigeria on Christmas Day. If we bomb that airport, as people say, you will not be able to travel to Lagos in December. Or you stupid Yoruba people are still waiting for me to come down, or they're waiting for Igboho, they're waiting for Wu to tell them what to do. You will suffer the consequence of keeping Nigeria together. Let's go further. And we're going to go back to Manipur. I'm just giving you that on Saturday, I believe the game was on Saturday, England won the game. But in 1916, before Ireland, Republic of Ireland became a country, it was a tug of war. It was a series of events that now gave them the opportunity to be playing England as a country. They were all together until they fought and exit. But you don't want to fight. You think, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, TikTok will come and give you a country. Let the Biafra bring all the weapons out and declare on December 2nd. The federal government goes and attack them. Let them kill as many of the Nigerian military that doesn't understand that people want freedom. And I'm talking to Yoruba military in the Nigerian army. If you go to the southeast and fight, they will kill you there. So you better think otherwise. If you go there, they will kill you. Simon Ekpa will make sure that you are spied because you are coming to fight there, they must spy you as well. Anybody that wants to kill innocent Biafran after December 2nd of their declaration, they have the right to spy you back. Just like America will defend their territory. So you better understand that the Shoman Yoruba and the military think that you have gone. Military to military is what is going to play out in December 2nd. And don't think it's going to last a day. It could last 20 years, but they will be free forever. If Yoruba people don't want to be free, continue to keep Nigeria and continue to be asking for somebody to come and save you because you think that Adeboye has the time to save you. You think Kumoye or these criminals people, you think they have their time. You will all die with the Fulani intention to make sure that your life is miserable. Let's continue quickly. Republic of Ireland gained independence through a series of events, but there was something that took place in 1916. They call it the Easter Rising. It was the Easter Rising. The British crushed the rebellion. This time British, you think British want Yoruba people to go? It is Yoruba people that will fight back. I'm not bringing anybody, nobody send any nonsense request this morning. I haven't got the time. I don't want anybody distracted. Listen, if you can't listen, you have the right to walk away. I'm not bringing anybody in to come and distract me. This Easter Rising, the British crushed the rebellion, but executed the leaders, which sparked anti-British sentiment. You think that if you kill one of us, you will never kill us. And people always say to me, Koiki always tell them that nobody will kill you. Because there are millions of Koiki media that will activate, but people can't work power. They will charge you for treason. Shut up your mouth. Nelson Mandela was called terrorist. Idiot all over the place. Yoruba people too scared. They just want to live life. I see them listen to Pasoma, listen to Samia Ade, listen to and that's why you see, I keep telling our young people to stop going to all these nonsense parties. Stay in the palace, KBC. You are distracting us too much. We're not saying you should come out and tell us whether you want to go nation, but stay in your palace. When you distract us, everybody touch you all over the place. Touch you, Charles I'm a but let us keep you in the palace for now. And to party, representing. Let's continue. So the British thought that by crushing them, they would sit back and say, British, it crush you. No, they continue to fight back. Today, after many years now, they are free for the rest of their life. So Yoruba man that goes to Ireland now, and I'm talking about the Republic of Ireland, not the one that I travel with to the they have their passport. They are so excited. They are so happy. And when I'm sitting here talking about, to fight back, they say, hey, quick, you don't fight too. Don't let us fight too. Don't destroy Lagos. Don't let the Igbo people push you to go and destroy it. So we will destroy everything. Burn everything down. Because when they were fighting in that era, they burnt everything down. As they were burning it down in Ireland, they were burning it down in England here. Until English people say, this one, they're the crazy people. We better let them go. But Yoruba people only want to fight the Igbos. Igbos are taking our job. If Igbos are taking your job, let's destroy Lagos State and push our governors out of the way so that we can stop Igbos being taking our jobs. But no, they don't want that to. Looking for diplomacy. One bastard. It was not just the Easter Rising. There was also what they call the Irish War of Independence. Do you hear what I said? The Irish War. Ogun. But people are dying every day. So are you not at war? So you want millions of people to die before we stop this nonsense and this shenanigans? You think Tinubu cares about every one of us? Tinubu that only has about another 30 years, he will die. And he will give it to Sheyi Tinubu. Sheyi Tinubu is what they are planning to become your next governor. And I hope you know that. Sheyi Tinubu will be your next governor. And you will suffer because I will still be here enjoying my life. Okay, you think I'm here to be talking, like the way you want me to talk. No. I will tell you the way it is. We'll fight back now. We save lives, or we all die. And that's not what I want. I want us to fight back. So let's talk about the Irish War of Independence. From 1919 to 2021, and I believe that's what the Biafra are going to do. They are prepared to go to war with Nigeria for the next 3 years. Destroy everything that is got to do with Nigeria in Southeast. Chase all their governors out, all these governors that doesn't have the balls. Any small papa now, they will run away. Sit at home, sit at home. If you don't sit at home, bullet will hit your head. And if you are those that are against Biafra to go and Yoruba to go, you must all die. Because freedom, some people must die for people to be free. Those of you living in the Republic of Ireland, the reason why you're living there today is because people died for you to go and live there. And if you're a Yoruba man, Igbo man living there, and you're against any of this movement, you will die. Because don't come and sit here and tell us when people fought and died for you to go and live in this country. And come and tell me, oh, people must not die to get our freedom. People have already died. Buhari killed 20. I don't even know how many Igbos were killed when Buhari was there. Even UK told us that Buhari killed many Biafrans. Let's go further. The Irish War of Independence. From 1919 to 2021, the Irish Republican Army, IRA, just like the Biafra Liberation Army, you think that they will fight conventional with the Nigerian government? No. Look at this. They fought a guerrilla campaign against the British force. British force that we think are strong, they were all fight through guerrilla warfare. Like Banji Dumari, the Biafra will buy many Nigerian army after their declaration December 2nd. And if you're a Biafra, you have not donated money, it will go better for you. Go and donate money. Donate that money now. Save your generation. Yoruba people don't want to save their generation. We will all die. And I don't want us to die, but it looks like that is what's going to happen. Because we are too lazy. We are waiting for miracle. We just want to hear miracle from Prophet Nasirullah. We want to hear miracle from Bishop Adeshina. We want to hear Prophet Tibetan to tell us this. We are waiting for prophet. No. Prophecy is good. The spiritual realm in Nigeria is broken. Physically, we must destroy it. Destroy it for us to be free. If you don't destroy it, you are not going to be free. Some of you build houses in Nigeria, you can't go there. So, for a very long time, let's look at how many years that took. 1919, 2020. So 3 years, there was a battle, a guerrilla campaign against the British force. They killed many of them, the British killed as well. Then what happened? After that, British say, this one, they not go. We better start talking now. If you don't bring out the bullet, nobody brings you on the round table. No bullet, no Yoruba nation. You must put the bullet on the table. Let them be seeing the bullet. As long as they see the bullet, they know that it's two people fighting. You think that Anthony Guterres, all this crazy United Nations that America is funding, and I'm happy that Trump will change a lot of things this time around because America is the one pumping money into this organization called United Nations. It is time that it is revamped. Good morning and welcome to the program. If you can share it, it will be of interest to others. If you don't want to share it, that's your own cup of tea. The Anglo-Irish Treaty. Imagine after they don't fight for like 3 years. I'm still going to go back to Manipur, but I'm just giving us the reason why I came to England is because I saw it in the paper, and that's the paper with me. Because many Yoruba people live in this country. They don't read paper. They're looking for money. They're running all over the place looking for pound sterling when they should be looking to what is happening in the paper, in the news. They're not going to do that. They want to make money and send it to Nigeria and build a bungalow that they cannot live. They want to send money to a country that is crazy. I saw, is it Don Jazzy? He buy all these baby cars. If they're born in Papa, well, let him drive himself from from his yard to Ojuelegba without being attacked by all these agbero that Tinubu put on the street. But you see the video drive his own Bentley in London. Nobody. I saw my sister here, DJ Copy, my beautiful sister. You know, she can drive a Lamborghini. Nobody harass her. We appreciate her. We love her. But in Nigeria, she cannot drive that alone. She needs all the security to go with her. Is that the kind of country you want to live? With your wealth, you are not even enjoying it. You saw Don Jazzy displaying all these big cars. He can't drive it on his own. If we're born in Papa, we'll let him drive it to his village. If Fulani will not attack him. So we don't need a kind of society like that. We need a society that works where everybody, including myself, will be held accountable for the smallest offense committed. But nobody wants that. So let's go back to the Irish, how they fought British to gain their independence. My name is Olami Koiki, and once again, share the program and remember to support this platform continuously. And I said, thank you so much to somebody say, I must send you money quickly. We need money because this media organization wants to compete with the BBC, but we need the funding to do it. Let's go further. So after they don't fight guerrilla warfare, now so British can say, hey, these Irish people, they're not going to go. What can we do? They say, well, the best option now is they now did what they call the Anglo-Irish Treaty of 1921. This treaty led to the formation of the Irish Free State, with the south of Ireland becoming autonomous. Do you listen to that? The 6 northern counties remain in the United Kingdom, forming Northern Ireland, which is the one that I went with Igbo when they had a birthday party for him. The population in that region is 300, according to what I was told, 350,000 people. The Republic of Ireland border remains open because they believe that they are still one, even though Britain is holding on to that section. But imagine that the Irish did not fight back the guerrilla campaign, which is what the Biafra would do from December 2nd. They're not going to fight conventional war. The Nigerian army will kill every one of them because they haven't got enough weapons and the airspace and the fighter jet to fight back. So they have to fight guerrilla warfare. But after 3 years, Biafra will be free completely. While Yoruba will still be fighting Igbo on social media. Okay? You think they will not go back to their country? They will go back to their country. They will leave your Lagos for you. I don't know what is in your Lagos. Lagos that doesn't have 24 hours electricity. Idiot all over the place. When they have their full country, they will go back. They will go and rebuild because they have seaport there. They will rebuild. They will have treaty with every country. While we and the Fulani will be licking our ass together. And they will be sleeping with us. Oluwole will continue to marry Fulani. The Fulani will become the king of Oluwole very soon. Stupid Yoruba people. Idiot all over the place. Instead of us to fight back, they'll be telling you, you'll come back home. No go better for your papa. Now, let's go further. So, after 3 years of guerrilla campaign against the British force, they kill each other. Nobody has monopoly to violence. I keep telling you. British has the weapon. The IRA has the weapon as well. How they have their weapon, I don't know. But one thing is, when fight starts, you will have to get weapons to defend yourself. So there was a treaty that now gave the Irish Free State. Since this one no go agree, we better let them go. Because if we don't let this one go, others will activate as well. And that is what is happening in Nigeria. Nigeria think they can hold Biafra and hold Yoruba. You can hold the stupid Yoruba people that doesn't want to. You cannot hold the Biafra because they're going to fight. They want to die. People that wants to die are not scared of anything. These Yoruba people doesn't want to die. They still want to listen to Ebenezer Obey. Ebenezer Obey that is in his old age. They want to bring him to party. I don't know why the man is still going to sing. It's the old age. But Yoruba people, hey, let's hear Ebenezer Obey. Obey commander. Obey commander. They are killing us. We are listening to Obey. They are killing us. We are listening to Sonny Adi. They are killing us. We are looking for Apa people. Stupid Yoruba people. Idiot all over the place. The Irish Civil War. This war broke out in 1922 and ended in 1923 with the victory of the Irish Free State. That is what the Biafra wants to do with the federal government of Nigeria. Oh, hey, Biafra. If any Yorubas say nonsense against you, I will be here to curse them on your behalf. It will go better for them. But one thing is, until we free ourselves, we will then deal with you as well. Because if you abuse us when we have our country, we will chase you out. You will not live with us. But right now, the reason why you're abusing us is because our governors give you all the room to abuse us. You control Adepo, you control Alaba, you control Computer Village. It's because you have our stupid governors accept all that nonsense inside Nigeria. Let's have our country. We will run the show under Yoruba Constitution. If you don't have any reason to be on our land, we will kick your ass out. I have no reason not to say that. I've told Simon Ekpa, and he knows that. But for you to come and say, hey, because we are fighting Yoruba nation, I should be against Biafra, it will not go better for your papa. They want to go, let them go. That's the position. But you keep them in Yoruba land, they have the right to even kick your ass out if you are stupid enough. Nobody Yoruba people, they say they want to them. Why are they not going to their village? You think they are stupid. You see them build club, you see them build bars, because that is the way they can make the money. And anybody, why are you in UK as well? Why not go back from America and go and live in your village? Your village that is not well tied, doesn't have electricity. Are you not struggling as well in America? So people go everywhere they can make it. The Igbos in Yoruba land today, they are there because we are stupid. We give them room, they are hustler. But when we have our country, our constitution will determine if they want to stay or not. And we give them the room to stay. And if they don't want to stay, they have the right to go. I've seen many people that have left UK to America because they can't live in this country anymore. And they come in and say, I have America, I have British passport, but I'm not living in your country anymore because I'm not in America. Oh, I have British passport, I am not living in Canada. Why do people move around? So you think that because you don't like Igbo people, then you're going to use that for my own platform to talk? No. I have my sister here, Arewa. I told her, any bully against you, tell me, I will fire every of those evil bomb bastards. It will go better for them. But for we that are saying we want to move out of Nigeria, let them move and we kick the ass of those ones that disrespect us, disrespect our territory, disrespect our women. That is what I stand for. But don't come and tell me, oh, Igbo is taking our land. They don't take land. Why are we stupid? Is it not because the system right now says we are all one Nigeria? They have the right to be anywhere. So let's continue quickly. So after the war, that gave the victory. You can see that Ogun ni wọ́n fi gbá ìlú wọn. Àwa jókòó nísìn. We are looking for miracles. We love miracles, Yoruba people. Nobody wants to hold weapon. Nobody wants to fight. But we want to go out of Nigeria. How? You think Tinubu is not going to fight you back? He's going to fight you back, but we must be ready to fight Tinubu back. Fight him hard. Show him that we are Yoruba people. But you can't be using just spiritual power without having the right tools to fight back as well. So in 1937, the constitution now declared Ireland. Look at the timeline. I'm talking about Latin 1916. And they only declare a country constitution in 1937. Yoruba people say, I take that country. Oh, weary. It don't bastard. They say we don't have a country. And you wonder how those ones got to Europe. And they're not telling me that I'm the one that is stupid. That somebody has declared Yoruba country, they are in their country, they're in their country on YouTube. And you wonder, how did this one get to Europe? How did they give them visa? How did they apply for the visa that they gave them the visa? I'm not talking about the one in Nigeria because those ones doesn't know anything. The one in Nigeria are so dumb, Yoruba people. They say they don't get the country. Even those that fought in the Irish knew that it took time before they fully become to play England on Saturday. So in 1937, there was now a constitution. And this is what Simon Ekpa has explained to all their people that they understand very well. He talked about every history of how people got their freedom from government in de facto. And I'll be telling you the next one after I go back to Manipur, because there is a particular group. You are saying that Simon Ekpa is holding referendum in Igbo land. I think that you should know that people are holding referendum outside their territory. I'll show you that and I'll give you evidence that on this platform. Don't go anywhere, but remember that you can also support us by making sure that this platform that has been shadow banned for a very long time, share the program and invite others to do so. This is the only Yoruba platform that tells you as expected that you want to hear. All other platforms will still be hiding things. I'll tell you, you must go and prepare to fight and kick the ass of anybody that doesn't want us to be free. Now, let's go to the Constitution. The Constitution of the 1937. This Constitution declared Ireland to be a sovereign, independent, democratic state. The Irish Free State was renamed EIRE, as in IEIRE. The Defense Agreement in 1938. The agreement established Irish sovereignty and made it possible for Ireland to remain neutral during World War II. After they don't fight. If Yoruba people fight now, in another 4 years, if we start the fight now, 4 years from now, we'll be telling the world that if they want to go to World War III, we are not going. We are not going to go. If you want to go to World War III, you go. We are not going. But Yoruba people don't want to fight now. And what is going to happen is many people will die. Let's move swiftly. The Republic of Ireland Act of 1949. This act served the last remaining link between Ireland and the stupid Commonwealth. The Lori Buruku Commonwealth. Commonwealth that doesn't give you visa to come to UK. Commonwealth that doesn't allow you to travel around even African countries. In 1949, the Ireland Act said, stop it, all this nonsense Commonwealth. We come out of Commonwealth, we are our own government, and it remains so like that. So to go back quickly and briefly on summary, Ireland gained independence from the United Kingdom on December 6, 1921, with representative of the two states signed what they call the Anglo-Irish Treaty. Biafra and federal government will sign that treaty that will finally exit Biafra out of Nigeria by God's grace. Inshallah, that should be married. And anybody that wants to stop that, death must come to you, either by spiritual or by the AK-47 bullets. So let's see if we can find a video just to back this up quickly. I hope I can find my good professor, Professor Lindsay. He's the one that I love to listen to. He's the one that will give us, this very good professor. I can't remember his name now. But let's see if we can find a small video to back this quickly. Irish War of Independence in 12 minutes. Do we watch that one? Let's watch that. I like where they were fighting war. Hey, you don't know about war. Stop calling for war. Stupid Yoruba people.
This passion, it's about making a connection. But before we get through...
Let's the advert go. Now, let's listen to this. I do not own the copyright. But
Here's how I got automated.
We enjoy it now. Then after that, if they remove it, there's nothing I can do. So I'm going to mute my mic. I still have we're still 15 minutes past 5, so there's still a bit of time. So I'm going to mute my mic while we both listen to this together. If I'm going to share button, not going to be alone. And again, if you want to support this platform, that's the account details. It's important that we remind you that this is an independent platform that needs every donation, no matter how small. No matter how small, we need that donation to keep this platform to be strong so that it doesn't fall apart. Because the wish of the criminals, especially the Yoruba politicians, is to make sure that Koiki Media platform will not continue to project the freedom of the Yoruba people. Thank you so much to everyone that continues to contribute. And if you have never contributed before, maybe it's time for you to think about it. I'm going to mute my mic. Let's listen to this together. Oluwole and Conceal. I will appreciate you all towards the end of the program. We're still 1 hour, 15 minutes. You're new to the platform. You don't have credit. I can help you.
Ireland had had a long and tumultuous history with England. It suffered centuries of invasions, wars, colonisation and even English politics spilling into Ireland on several occasions. During the 19th century, Ireland was ruled directly from London as part of the United Kingdom. Inaction and neglect from the British government during the potato famine in Ireland led to millions of Irish people dying of starvation and disease while millions more emigrated, ultimately halving the island's population by the 1890s. The Irish Republican Brotherhood emerged during the 19th century, and they wanted an Irish republic. They mixed well with the Gaelic revival, a re-emergence of old Gaelic culture and language in Ireland. The Irish Home Rule movement gained traction in the British Parliament, wanting a parliament in Dublin once again. In Ireland, Arthur Griffith set up the party Sinn Féin in 1905, which meant we ourselves, believing that Irish members of Parliament should not go to London and instead establish an Irish Parliament in Dublin, comparing it to the two parliaments of Vienna and Budapest of the Austro-Hungarian Empire. Home Rule gained loads of support during the 1910s, but not in Ulster, which was predominantly Protestant and Unionist loyal to Britain. Most of Ireland's industry was centred in Ulster at that time, and they didn't want a parliament in Dublin, believing it would be run by the Catholic Church. They threatened war, forming the Ulster Volunteers. In response, the Irish Volunteers formed, and Ireland was on the brink of civil war. The Home Rule Bill was passed in the British Parliament, but the First World War broke out across Europe and Home Rule was put on hold. Most Irish volunteers signed up, but some stayed behind and secretly planned the Easter Rising. The leaders signed the Proclamation of Independence and captured Dublin. The British response was to shell the city, and many civilians were killed. The rebels surrendered after 6 days of fighting. They were promptly court-martialed and executed. Some military leaders, such as Eamon de Valera, avoided execution. Thousands of people were arrested, many not having anything to do with the Rising. Seeing the harsh response by the British and the relentless executions of the leaders, many Irish people began to believe these men died for something, an Irish republic. Many of the rebels who fought in the Rising were sent to Frongoch internment camp in Wales. One such rebel who had fought in the GPO was the young Cork man Michael Collins. While imprisoned, Collins rose to lead the rebels in training, deciding that guerrilla warfare, such as ambushes, raids and hit-and-run tactics, would be much more effective than fighting the might of the British Army head-on. By December 1916, the prisoners in Frongoch were released and returned home to stir up support for the cause. In 1917, British Prime Minister David Lloyd George announced...
Because it's not my video and I just want to have my voice kicked in so that we're not just playing. We play the rest. So now, more by them on the program. I hope you can listen. That if we do not put everything on the table, Yoruba will not exit Nigeria, and we all have become too old to fight back. So I will leave that for now, so that we move. You've got the message. You've listened to it. I've done the analysis. Let me move back to Manipur, which is where I was actually before this. I'm going to stop that. If you want to watch more of that, go on YouTube and type Irish Independence. You will listen to it as much as you want. So let's go back to Manipur. According to the BBC, we have given you the background of what played out in Manipur and how people, fought back in that region. And the reason they fought back is because there was what they called, a fight from the people that were trying to eliminate them, like the Fulanis are doing on our own end as well. And I want to get a video to be put into that, because I actually watched a video and I'm seeing if I can find that video so that we can add it into the discussion. Bear with me, because I watch quite a lot of videos every time, and I want to see where that video is. But for now, let's go back and so if you look at all the headline, Manipur, National People's Party withdraws support to Manipur government. So people are fighting back to be able to free themselves from the shackles of this situation that is currently playing out as well in that part of the world. Mokibu Wole can say very good morning. I just want to bring this video in that talks about it. That was from the first post. But for now, let me see if I can find any video online. Mighty fury in Manipur, under fire Indian forces. So I can play this. Okay. Indian police arrest 23 after violence erupted in the northeast. Remember that it's the same thing when Buhari was in power, that was defending and protecting the Fulani against his people. Manipur violence is serious action, mighty activist issue. I think we should listen to this. Again, these are news coming from the Economics Times, and I hope you don't have to pay for these. I hope it is free. Manipur violent, very serious action as the Métis activists issued 24 hours ultimatum to the government. The Yoruba people will not want to issue ultimatum because we are too scared of the government itself. Where's the video now? Bear with me. And this would have been a nice video for us to play. Let's go back again. Read more. I'm not sure whether we have to pay for this. But sometimes the video, let's hope the video pops up. And good morning. If you're new to this platform, please share the program and invite others to do so. All right, let's watch. Okay, I hope it's not in their language. That would be a problem because we can't understand it.
Completely in shock. The people of Manipur.
Okay, it's in English, so I'm going to mute my mic and let's listen to it together.
Now very angry, and people of Manipur feels that the government of India has failed the people of Manipur. This is really unfortunate, and the people of Manipur is now going desperate. And as you can see that several sections of the society has now taken action at their own hand. Kokomi, representing the entire people of Manipur, has now declared to stage an indefinite sit-in protest in the center of Imakaichal until
Did you hear the guy saying that people have now decided to make an indefinite protest? They're not going anywhere. Tell Yoruba people to come out now. They'll tell you, oh, my wife, what is my wife going to eat? Are you going to send money? So you're expecting freedom to come to you on the table. Or in your way. You're stupid. You hear that the guy is saying that people are now on the street in indefinite protest until their demands are met. So let's go back and listen more to that video.
Unless our set of demands has been delivered or met by the government of India and the government of Manipur. Within 24 hours, the government of India and government of Manipur should prepare to take stringent military action against Chin-Kuki narco-terrorist groups who are in suspension of operation with the government of India.
Can we do the same thing? Can we give Bola Tinubu 24 hours to make sure that the lives of millions of Yoruba people continue to be safe in Yoruba land? We're not going to do that because we love Tinubu and we don't care whether terrorists continue to kill us. I'm not talking about the economy now. Did you hear what the guy said? I want government money 24 hours to resolve this problem. If not, they shut down everywhere and they burn down everywhere. That's exactly what has been playing out. We shut it down and we burn it down. Nobody enjoy it. If there's no office for you to sit, there will be no assembly for you to go and be talking about nonsense. But the Yoruba people, the most scared people, all we do is talk, waiting for Koiki to come downstairs and do exactly what I'm saying. Let's go back to the video one more time.
Yeah. The crime or the atrocities or the brutality they have committed has crossed the limit of humanity.
As the crime that these criminal terrorists committed, is it not more than enough for us to be angered? No, it's Biwato now. So we are waiting for something to become much, I don't even know the word to use. We can see the atrocities on the Yoruba lives on a daily basis, but the stupid Yoruba people are still waiting For what? Oh, because you want Tinubu to become the president in 2023. Tinubu will enjoy his life and he will exit that office and the Fulani man will take over. And I'm going to start moving swiftly because I've given you enough information on Manipur. Now you know about it, okay? So there's no excuse to say, Manipur. So I'm going to move away from Manipur because of my time. And I'm looking at the time because, before my children wakes up, I need to get this broadcast out of the way. So let's leave that alone. If you want to know more, go and read more about it on the internet. Manipur. So let's come out of that and prepare you for the next discussion, which is going to take me to Auckland, where there's something playing out. I'm going to close the Manipur. I'm going to share the link quickly, all the links that I've used for the reference guide in case the law should follow up. So you look on the comment section right now, you will see the links right there. You can use that link to go and do your own further research and learn more. And don't come and tell me, we don't know what to do. No. Like somebody called me yesterday. I said, I don't need anybody to call me. Do whatever you need to do to free yourself. My job is in media, is to educate you and prepare you because terrorists want to kill you as terrorists want to kill us here as well. I keep telling you, UK is on substantial level. That means anytime I can hear a news of terrorist attack, but the government is doing everything. So I've shared all the links. I'll share the BBC one as well with you. I've shared that one from the one I just read now. So again, if you need to know anything, just go on Google and type it in there. Now, let's move swiftly because of the time. And let's go to another news. But I want to bring a video to back that before we move further. So it might be, I'll keep that screen like that while I prepare the video quickly. I'll get the video ready. But let me see if I can bring it in now. And whatever you're going to listen from this woman, remember that media tells you their own story from how they want you to listen to it. But I'm going to tell you this story from another angle. So, and I'm going to give us the background from this, my first post. I'm just trying to find the page first. Bear with me. Like I said, I think this will be it. I believe this is the news from yesterday.
If you've ever wondered...
No, this 2 days ago. It was Shalana on the need. So I made the news from the first post yesterday. Khalistan is the one I want to talk about now. I know we don't want to talk about Tinubu in India. I'm interested in that. I want to talk about the referendum that is going on. Okay, yes, I got the news ready. So, some of you have never heard about what they called Khalistan. Khalistan is another movement that are very strong, and there are quite a lot of activities that is playing out now. I got the video ready, and I'm going to play the video to start with. Then I'll bring my analysis on it as well. So let's listen to these. How Khalistan are holding referendum outside India. You're talking about the Biafra referendum in the southeast. These ones are doing their own outside. And I'm not talking about just in one country. Even in America, I didn't even know that they held one in UK. And that's the reason why you got to stick to this platform, because this is the only platform on the Yoruba conversation that will give it to you how Yoruba should prepare the exit out of this contraction called Nigeria. Everything is still on the table. I still believe that we can resolve our problem without going to fight, but fight must be the first priority on our mind. Let's listen to this. How Khalistan, and we need a referendum outside India, and the world is talking about it. But like I said, this woman will give you the perspective because she's an Indian broadcaster. They don't like the Khalistan. Let me tell you that before I play the video. The government of India say they are terrorists. That is what they are saying. I don't think so. Just like Nigerian government is saying Biafra is terrorists and stupid Yoruba people believe that nonsense. I don't believe in that nonsense, okay? The many terrorists that we have is Buhari and the Nigerian military. I'm not sure whether Tinubu is a terrorist, but at least we know that Buhari is a terrorist. And I'm asking the Archbishop Justin Webley to tell me what he knows about Buhari. And he's refusing to tell me that because he's the one that continued to protect Buhari while Buhari, the criminal. Remember this video, the picture of Justin Webley, the one that just resigned after a child prolific that he should have reported, he did not. He was a friend to Buhari. I need to know whether he's aware that Buhari was a terrorist. But he's not going to tell me, is it? So I just wanted to know that. So whatever you're going to listen from this presenter is giving it to you from the perspective of a media in India that is against Khalistan. But Khalistan says they want a referendum and the referendum is played outside. Hey, Boriabi, I want to referendum outside. Maybe it's time that Yoruba people do a testing referendum in UK, in America, where people will vote to say whether they want to remain in Nigeria or not. I don't know. I'll be talking to Akintoye on this. I was amazed to see this news yesterday that, you know, people were talking about the Biafra referendum in the Southeast. This one, they are doing their own outside. And when some of the money, we don't need money, we don't need flag. See the amount of flags that you will see now. Koiki is going to chop the money. They will give him money to do flags. Go and do the flags and share it to your people in Yoruba land, okay? Because people think that money is not going to be needed. Hey, we're going to fight, we need money. We're going to do movement, we need money. Money is the first key. And you use money to destroy what you don't like. Just like they're using money to destroy our people. No be 3,000 naira they give our people on Saturday in those State to vote. Can we now convince our people that that is not the option on the table? We got to print flyers. We got to give them the real message because they don't have access to the internet. Maybe we should we should speak to Elon Musk and get a satellite and transfer it to Nigeria and open it up and let everybody have access to it. It's possible. But we need millions of dollars for that. Millions of dollars. I can speak to Elon Musk to give us satellite link and he will open it for us and our people will have access to the internet and they don't have to pay for it. You might just log them out after 1 hour. You might log them out after 2 hours. Just like we have it here in the UK. There are some areas that you go, you say access internet for 45 minutes. You sit down there, you access internet and you move away. That way people will start getting the message. Not the one that they switch off their data. We call them now, their data is off. If there's emergency, even if you are dying in UK, people you are giving money. I told my team, if I call you, I can't get you. Switch off that internet. That will be the end of you working with Koiki Media. Let them switch off the internet. Because if I need to pass a message to them, their phone, apart from if they are sleeping or they are having sex with their wife or their girlfriend, anything after that, I'm able to get hold of my team. Stupid people that will be in Nigeria, we call them, you can't get through. People that you send money to somebody to pay, you will still switch off his internet. And you'll be wondering whether something has gone in their brain. That is the mentality. So let's listen to this because of my time. I didn't change the screen. I was looking at my TV and thinking, why am I still saying Bokwari? I have to rewind that so that you can see the beginning. I didn't realize that my screen, I didn't change it, so I have to put it back a little bit. So let's listen back again.
Kill Modi!
ਜਿਹੜਾ ਕਹਿੰਦਾ ਵੀ ਸਿੱਖ ਇੰਡੀਆ ਦਾ ਰਹਿਣਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਦਾ, ਜਿਹੜਾ ਕਹਿੰਦਾ ਵੀ ਸਿੱਖ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਖਾਲਿਸਤਾਨੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈ।
I have amazing news.
Here's a riddle. What has 5 eyes but is still blind to terrorism? The answer is the Five Eyes Alliance. It is an intelligence group of 5 English-speaking countries. We've spoken about them before: the United States, Canada, the United Kingdom, Australia, and New Zealand. These 5 countries are part of an intelligence alliance called the Five Eyes. 5 countries, 5 eyes, but they clearly have a blind spot, and that is Khalistan. Just look at these pictures from Auckland in New Zealand. On Sunday, Khalistanis organized a referendum there, a vote to carve out a...
I told you at the beginning, I love this, my beautiful presenter, but as media, we also, disagree with each other. It's calling the Khalistan terrorists, just like the Nigerians, especially Yoruba, we say Biafra terrorists. They are terrorists. But they are terrorists, but international community doesn't see them as terrorists. So he's talking about the 5 eyes. What are the 5 eyes? Britain, America, Canada, and all these big countries, that they are turning blind eyes to the Palestinian or Khalistan, movement. So when people are saying, "Oh, let them go and bring Simon Ekpa," now your papa they go bring back Lori Buruku from Yoruba. They're gonna deport you back from Finland. You think Finland government is as stupid as Bola Tinubu? You think they don't know that Bola Tinubu is a drug cartel in America, another CIA asset? You think that Finland government will give Simon Ekpa back to Tinubu, or do you think that German government will give Igbo back to Tinubu? Stupid Yoruba people. They think from their anus. They can't see things and understand that international community. You think that Igbo is a terrorist. Igbo is a terrorist. Do you think that terrorists, they can allow terrorists to enter number 10 Downing Street? No go better for your papa. Igbo is a terrorist, but he was able to enter number 10 Downing Street that Tinubu has not entered. That is Igbo and myself and Bedu, Alaja Adeyeye, Prophet Oluwole from America, Ogunribido, the Yoruba World Secretary, and Kento, the Vice President of the Elodun Apapo. Bomb bastard. You think that they can just allow a terrorist like Igbo to enter number 10 Downing Street? They know that Igbo is not a terrorist. One letter has created a lot of havoc in Nigeria. It no go better for anybody, whether not the Igbo, Hausa, they say it no go go. Let Biafra go, let Yoruba go. We will destroy everything for us to be free. We need that for him. So when this woman is talking about Palestinian terrorists, blah, 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 she's stupid because she knows, but she's playing that devil advocate because she's a Indian origin that doesn't like Sikh. It's as simple as that. That's the only way I can put it. So when you are now talking about Biafra government, they are having this, they are doing referendum. This one, they are doing referendum outside India. And you can see the contingency of the people. And I pray that the next one that they will do in America, I would have enough money to support and travel there. But then how do you want me to go and cover such event? We say donate to Koiki Media. They think that I just want to eat akara. These are the places I want to travel to and give you the news live. So if you support me, I will travel to America next year where they will be doing their referendum. So when people say, Igbo is a terrorist, we say, no. Igbo cannot be a terrorist and never attend down the street allow him to come inside. Tinubu is still the terrorist that they can't give access to come to number 10 because Tinubu has not visited number 10 yet. And he keeps lobbying. He's lobbying. He wants to take picture with the king. You know he's a criminal. So, Igbo, they think that they can bring you back and all these criminal obas. Oh yeah, Igbo, come for a meeting. We are going to have a meeting. Come for a meeting. You know we love you so much. No, you don't love him. If you love him, you will stand for him and appreciate what he is doing right now. But you don't love him. All you love about him is you want Bola Tinubu to capture him so that they can lock him away like Nnamdi Kanu. And I pray that Biafra, December 2nd, destroy everything that they need to destroy. And if a Yoruba listen to me, I mean every word. Destroy everything. Don't release Nnamdi Kanu. And like Simon Ekpa said, releasing Nnamdi Kanu not to Nigeria, you only release him back to Finland. That is the only time I will listen to anybody. Anything short of that, the whole arrangement continue to forge ahead. And if any Yoruba wants to die, you better die now. Okay? Die before December 2nd, because like I said to you, from this week, I'll be focusing my discussion with the Biafra. If you're one of those Yoruba that hate Biafra, you better don't listen to me because you have high blood pressure. I will make sure that your BP rise and you will die. If you are one of those that hate Biafra, I've told you that this week, I didn't have time yesterday because I was so tired. I wanted to come out. My wife was asking, I said, no, I need to go to bed. And that's why I've been up, fully energized, and fully ready to go. And I can run this program for the next 5 hours. You know, go prepare for any Yoruba that says Biafra must not go. I will keep your high blood pressure until you die. Oh my, they want to go, we got to let them go. So Igbo's letter to number 10 Downing Street has caused confusion in that shithole country. So the last hour, we are almost coming out of the referendum of the Palestinian. Then I'll talk about Wole Soyinka and and I hope, I'm looking at the time because my children will still be opening their eyes very soon. They're still in bed. Igbo is a criminal. Igbo is a criminal. Tinubu that is a criminal cannot visit number 10 Downing Street. He's still lobbying. I'm sure he'll be talking to our prime minister in Brazil. They're all in Brazil right now. I saw Tinubu and the wife, Remi Tinubu. They don't even know protocol. When you go to an event like that, follow protocol. I see Remi Tinubu, they shake Nyash like that, they move like that. They say, go this man down, go this way. Is your husband that they need to see with Carlos, the president of... some people are even worried already. They say, I hope that Tinubu is not going to convince Brazil president against Yoruba nation movement. I say, even Brazil cannot stop it. What is coming is bigger than them. Now, woto. So, you can see Igbo there with that letter. Even myself, I don't know what in the right inside that letter. But that letter, they bring confusion. Every part of Nigeria, confusion everywhere. Everybody, they do analysis. Igbo letter. People. So let's go back to how this woman, forget about the I just wanted to use their video because it gives us a better picture, but forget about the nonsense she's talking about that Palestinian people are terrorists, okay? Because if they are terrorists, they will not give them the room to organize referendum in those countries that they are currently running referendum. And there are a lot of them. There's about 54,000 of them that are living in Auckland. And Auckland in Australia, in case Obama is very far. And see the kind of what we are saying to Yoruba people. We need thousands of dollars to run this operation. No, maybe you're going to build a house. You're going to marry another woman. Stupid Yoruba. They can't think out of their nose. When it comes to money, they are always like, we want to see everything from the people. Let's go back to the video one more time.
A Sikh country from India, a vote to divide India. It was organized by Sikhs for Justice, part-time defender of Canadian plumbers and full-time promoter of terrorism. Basically, a Khalistani separate...
I laugh when I hear that, just like they call it the terrorist. Just like they call Nnamdi Kanu. Nnamdi Kanu is a terrorist. He wants to destroy Nigeria. He's bringing a radio transmitter, and that's why we hold him. But people that are burning their house, killing them, they are not worried about that. And somebody will tell me, but Koiki, did you see the video of sit at home? They kill some people. They say sit at home. Sit at home. If you are sitting at home, nobody will kill you. Don't get killed by the Fulani terrorist army. They say sit at home on Monday. Sit at home. All those people, they're not going to sit at home. So if you die, you die. You die, you die. You can hear what she's saying. The terrorists. So if they are terrorists, how come British, America, Canada, Australia, New Zealand does not know that they are terrorists? So it's only India that knows that they are terrorists. Just like stupid Nigerians only knows that Biafra is a terrorist. Even there was a time they came out and said, Koiki, did you see the news? I said, what news? They just declared Biafra as terrorist. So don't let Yoruba people have anything to do. I said, you're a bomb bastard. Oloshi. Tell Igbo not to have anything to do with Biafra. I said, we will continue to have discussion and dialogue with the Biafra. They don't have to tell me everything. I don't know all their details of what they want to do, and I don't have to give them on our own details. But when it comes to self-determination, they want to go, let them go. We want to go, we're going to go. Even now, they went on the talk, say they want to go as well now. With their anus mouth. Never trust them. People say they don't trust us, we don't trust each other, but everybody wants to go, let everybody go. That is the only message that we have right now. So we're very running out of time. I want to push this program. I don't want it to be more than 2 hours. So I'm going to move swiftly. But you've got a message. Khalistan are holding a referendum in Auckland, Australia. Let's listen back.
Separatist group in America, they held a referendum all the way in New Zealand. And they have organized such votes in other countries.
I'm mixing it up. My brain is overworking. It's New Zealand, not Australia. But they're two sides, they're not too far from each other. So you can see them well organized. Result. You think that journey is one day journey. You think that Yoruba nation will be a one day journey. If we want it to be faster, we will pump the money in. Pump the money in. Pump the money in as the Palestinians are pumping money in. All these ones now, I'm sure nobody tells them before they put contribution. Tell Yoruba people to contribute. They will ask you that, well, not people that want to contribute to, contribute to. Some people will ask you, you got to contribute, clear fishy. I won't weary. I won't weary.
Countries as well, in Canada, in the US, in the UK, in Italy and Switzerland. This Sunday, it was New Zealand's turn. Hundreds of Khalistanis turned up to cast their fake votes for a fake country.
She's very bitter. You know when somebody is bitter? Fake vote, fake this, fake that. She's playing the game because she's an India that doesn't want the Sikh to have their country. So don't expect anything. I only use the video because I love their own projection in terms of their camera and the view. You can see the view, the everything. But forget about the nonsense she's talking about. That they don't have the right to have their country. They have every right. Everybody have the right. Indigenous people have the right. Modi cannot hold anybody down. Tinubu cannot hold Yoruba down. Tinubu cannot hold Hausa down. They can't hold Biafra down. Ijo people. Don't let anybody go. The destruction will come very soon and very fast. We're going to end the program very soon because I don't want it to be more than 2 hours. So let's push a little bit more from that, and then I will just read briefly Professor Wole Soyinka. And then the reason why I came here is those two angles, Manipur and the Khalistan. The Professor Wole Soyinka is also a reminder that he needs to come out and fully support the Yoruba country right now. All this quick, but we don't need it anymore.
Country. Seeks for Justice says 37,000 votes were cast. 37,000 votes. If that is true, it's a big number. New Zealand has around 54,000 Sikhs. So nearly 70% allegedly voted for Khalistan. Take a look at this.
देखो सवेर तो हुन तकरीबन 4:30 ਦਾ ਸਮਾਂ ਆ 4:30 ਦੇ ਸਮੇਂ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ
If you want to read more about it, just go on the YouTube or Google and type Khalistan referendum in New Zealand. Khalistan is spelled Khalistan, as in Kilo Hotel Alpha Lima India Sugar Tango Alpha November. Type that in and you realize that wow, they're gonna have one in America next year. If you support me, I will buy tickets. I will go and see how they are doing it, and we can learn from there. Everything is still on the table. It's not just war. Everything should be on the table. So we're going to move swiftly out of that, and let's come out and discuss what Soyinka said, and then I'll use that to end this program this morning quickly because I haven't got much time. This was what Professor Wole Soyinka said This was about 2021, and I'm just going to read it briefly, and then I read the Professor Ango as well of 2017. It is madness sign to think Nigeria will work without restructuring. Wole Soyinka. Nobel laureate Professor Wole Soyinka on Saturday re-echoed the call for restructuring the country as the means of tackling some of the major problems confronting it. Wole Soyinka stated that there was a consensus among Nigerians that the country must be restructured urgently, saying anybody still asking what restructuring means, despite the numerous explanations already provided, should be ignored because such persons are choosing to be ignorant deliberately. The elder spokesman spoke at the 2021 Obafemi Awolowo lecture titled Will Nigeria, organized by Obafemi Awolowo Foundation. The event, which was held virtually, had in attendance dignitaries including the former Secretary General of the Commonwealth, Chief Emeka Anyaoku, the Emir of Sokoto, Said Abubakar Oni of Ife, Obadeye Ogunwusi, former Emir of Kano, Muhammad Sanusi II, Deputy Governor of Central Bank of Nigeria, Obadia Malafia, that has now been killed by the Fulanis. Unbelievable that he was among those that attended that event in 2021. Soyinka said there is a consensus that this country, whether in terms of governance, economic relations, security, educational policy, cultural policy, etc., requires restructuring. Even the word restructuring has been restructured in many directions, in cogent expression which mean the same thing for everybody. For me, for instance, I emphasize decentralization, reconfiguration. We all know what we have now is not working. It is obvious, and we can't continue along the same line. And say that it will work, it is a sign of madness. I want to make it clear to all governors, which governors? Criminal governors. Stop being so timid. It is war that we will use to make their head break coconut. Push this federal envelope as far as it can go. Even while we undertake technical aspect of restructuring, whether in terms of dialogue, evolving the constitution, or whatever, something has to go on. After all, we have had so many of these comfort. My plea is to the governors, criminal governors across the 36 states, to start with you. You are charged with the immediate responsibility of welfare of your own people. They're not caring about the people anyway, in whatever time. And if you study the Constitution carefully, I have done this with lawyers. It seems that a lot can be done at this moment. Nobody will even use that Constitution to secure the lives of millions of Nigerians. You need a season of greater autonomy for your own state. And that is what I mean by pushing the federal envelope as far as it can, even with this impossible document that we have to seize what power, what authority you can derive from the Constitution. Consult with your lawyers. I have consulted with mine. They also expressed the view that the governors are too timid. There is too much centralized mentality embedded in their minds, and they are afraid to come out of their cocoon. They are not afraid. They are only protecting their stolen wealth, as Obasanjo as well. Please remember that your primary responsibility is not the center, but the people, the state. So take in your hands any form of authority that you can get even from this Constitution as it stands, while we are working on our honest one. The problem is, even as the Constitution stands, they should be looking after the people, but they are not doing so. That's exactly what Wole Soyinka said. Because of my time, I'm going to move away from that, and then I'm going to go straight to the North as well. Not prepare for the Nigerians breakup. This was Professor Ango Abdullahi, October 11, 2017, the former Vice Chancellor of the Ahmadu Bello University and the Secretary of the Northern Elders Forum, NEF. Professor Ango Abdullahi has accepted that the North is not afraid of breaking up. According to him, the region was prepared to go back to the pre-1914 agreement. The elder statement bared his mind at a two-day conference organized by Arewa Research and Development Project, ARDP. Speaking on the theme of the conference, the North and the Future of the Nigerian Federation, Professor Ango Abdullahi was of the view that if we can't go back to 1914, we should go back to 1960 regional governance. North is not afraid of getting its North back, just like those that want East and the West. I see this as a political maneuver, and the North will not take it, he said. Restructuring means so many things to many people, but to me, I am not speaking for the UNGO or the NEF. When I was confronted about this by the people from the South, we sat with Professor in Wazode, and he said Nigeria is unbalanced, and Lugard, Olori Buruku, and Alashawe, Flora, made mistake by amalgamation, and the North has always dominated. That is why they asked for national conference in 2014. We reminded him that the North has always sacrificed for the unity of Nigeria. I was a student when we got independent. We saw that each time there was a need to unite Nigeria, the North made the sacrifice its stress. That's what British said I should keep telling us. He explained that the North has always wanted a peaceful country, but where now that we have 36 states from the regions which existed in 1960, no country has had constitutional conference like Nigeria, yet it has not created basis for a unity country. We ought to have realized from that the failure of the operators of the country is needed. If we want to restructure Nigeria, we have to start from the beginning. 1914 North and the South, let's go our separate ways, he emphasized. He said that such clamoring are not new because it has always been an antecedent of the South whenever a Northerner was in charge of leadership. But Tinubu is there now. We're telling him to break this country up, that everybody go their separate ways. Things happening since 1999 to 2006, and 2015 when a party agreed that presidency should rotate, and that was the beginning of what we saw. Some of our various and all these are just rhetorics. So you got the message there, and that is how far we can take you this morning. My name is Olamide Koiki. I hope you've enjoyed the program. If you have done so, all you can do for me is make sure you share to the next person and let the next person understand that this is a platform that doesn't tolerate violence, but we must prepare for violence to exit Nigeria. We must prepare for everything like the Irish did when they were gaining their independence from Britain. We must also remember that if we do nothing now, we will all be Islamized in Nigeria. You can say it's not going to happen, but I'm not going to sit back and wait till when it happens. If you're a Yoruba man and you're saying that nothing is going to happen, I pray Nigeria will happen to you. It will happen to your extended family. It will happen to everyone within your family, because most of you are liars and you continue to deceive our people that all is well. And on that note, I say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good morning. As you are leaving the platform this morning, if you haven't made that donation, it's up to you. You can still think about donating as well. And in just under 2 minutes, I'm going to say good morning to Oluwole Yoruba. I saw you at the beginning of the program, one of our media. Must be good morning. Aberi Jo Samson, good morning. Mr. Ismaila, good morning. Just Reason says, I think it is high time Simon Ekpa not to get angry, those yelling at him and insulting. It is time for him to focus a lot more. I'll pass the message to him. He also went on to say, on Yoruba Nation we stand. Same 87 said, that is why they submitted the letter. They will call us terrorists too. Peter Pan, good morning, my brother, one of our subscribers, and also Clement and many of the Biafra that are also contributing to this platform. We love you, we appreciate you. Today in the Lisa Eshegoni, Oye to baje ogun Oya now. This Yoruba, I don't understand. Jimmy Koya, good morning to you. Ola, Tony Ages, good morning. Sweetheart to my mom, I love you, my sweetheart, and my wife, my children. Mujibat Adebayo, good morning to you. Just reason say Yoruba needs to start listening to the leaders who have their interest at heart. Listen here, listen to CSI, listen to Alano at ADEBANJI. They're not going to listen, they're going to listen to Olori Buruku Sanwo-Olu and all these bastard criminal politicians. Fa Gbomuka, Olamide, Ekaro, Yoruba Nation no going back. Yoruba Nation Lafayette TV, good morning all the way from Hong Kong. Sky Tech, good morning. Well done, Koiki. God bless you and your family. Amen. Adeleye Taiwo, good morning to you. Warish Jinadu, Èdè India ni Prime Minister Modi of India sọ ní Abuja. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni Olórí Burúkú Tinubu should speak Yoruba back to him, but Tinubu is speaking English that criminal British told us to be speaking, and they say Yoruba is a stop speaking vernacular. Sunday Bamishile, good morning, sir. One man standing, one light lion, Yoruba Nation. May God Almighty be with you and your family. Thank you. Deep Firm 007, good morning. Aziz Badeshiri, my brother, I listen to all your voice, and he's the only one that can call me even if I am sleeping, apart from Igbo. Thank you so much, Easy Dollar. Same 857, Imole Yoruba, good morning. Adekunle Idris. Let me quickly shout out to those of you on the other side as well. Babawa Adeoshun Timothy Agbeloba Adelale. 6 people have been praying for Yoruba people, including myself, for the last 3 years. You don't need anybody to join. Set up your own prayer group. Walata Lori Ebe, good morning. Shoda in the Lisa, good morning to you as well. Let's go on the Facebook quickly, because like I said, we're running out of time. Shakiru Aziz, good morning. Adewu Sewola, good morning. Bami Kole, Ayodele Victor, good morning. How are we mobilizing the grassroots? That is one of your jobs. You should also think of how to mobilize the people Not me going to do all that. Adebayo Ogutade, good morning. Shigoni. Kolawole Onitakute, good morning. Ayo Alabi, good morning. Adewale Adewasiu, never tired media movement, 100%. Koiki Media #1. God bless Koiki Media. God bless Yoruba Nation. Good morning, Borokini, Wumi, Eshigoni Yawa. Let's go to the last page and then I'll appreciate everyone on Instagram and Twitter space. Ganielo Ide, our Yoruba Nation petition to the British Prime Minister is a big virus to the zoo country called Nigeria. Okonyo ni Bale. Jeje Shola, Yoruba Nation is the only solution for the Yoruba. Good morning. Sunday Michael Kayode says they have been fighting for more than a year now, and I think he's talking about the Manipur as well. Agbawu Siola, all our prayer warriors comfort. Nikki, good morning. And let me come straight to our mixer, Laura. I can see my beautiful sisters, our Biafran, the lovers, we love them. Everybody wants to be free, and that is exactly what we're going to do. Eunice, thank you so much for continuing to greet your Prime Minister for me. Yoruba Nation now. Love you so much. Keep the fire burning. Arewaki Konju, the only strong woman that any Igbo that wants to talk nonsense in Yoruba, we will give them what they will do. Like I always say, I have your backing 24/7, and I love you, my sister. Not a love of anything because I have my wives. I'm happy with them, but I love you, sister. Akede, good morning to you. John, all our Biafra that join us, thank you so much. Let's keep the fire burning and we will exit this country together. Adex Smith, good morning to you. We say good morning to Taje Raymond, good morning to you. Brother Uzo Chuku Destiny, good morning to you. Biafra, I'm just opening one of these quickly. Biafra champion, good morning. Sorry, I couldn't bring anybody in. The discussion this morning does not bring that. Simon Ekpa, not the Simon Ekpa, every one of them is Simon Ekpa. My PM. Niger King, good morning to you. And the last two, Ola Omola, good morning to you. Michael, good morning. On the also Instagram, Chapo, good morning. Official Case, good morning. Meadow Simba said the letter is what we kill them, and it must kill them. Thank you so much. And I'm trying to keep my utterances very neutral because Instagram keeps taking me away. Oguto Ibo, good morning. Ola Valento. Amelie Mary 680. I am not on TikTok. I don't do visa. If anybody do visa for you and they collect your money, that is your own cup of tea. Koiki Media is not involved in any visa agent or anything. Koiki Media is only for self-determination, and that's the only thing I fight for. Yemi Fatoke, good morning to you. Jimmy Carter said, you will never die for the good job you did for us. God bless you all. Thank you so much, Yinka Budele, Karim Abdulrahman, all my team. Good morning to every one of you. And I think a couple of messages there. Akira Mirati, good morning, Koiki Media. God bless you and your family. Thank you so much. I saw one retired soldier. He said no solution for that. I think the one that spoke with someone. That one is crazy, man. I don't mind that. The only language the Nigerian government understands is that's those. Thank you so much. Owo Shebiola Mobola. It is total madness to be thinking that a good thing is coming with this situation of the solution is Yoruba Nation. Yawa Bali Eko Inawo Ojo ni Ile Ife, the Akintoye àwọn ọmọbìnrin for the good event that took place. Africa based one now. Adewale, Adewasi, Nigerian government has no respect for human rights or respect for the rules of law, justice, and diplomacy. The only language they understand is that's those violent like the NSAS. Olasende Shilo. I'm going to send you money by God's grace. I'm with you, sir. Yes, I need money to go to the team. Adigun, thank you so much, and I believe I've covered every one of you. If I didn't mention your name, don't take it too personal. It's exactly 4 minutes past 2 hours to the program, and it's exactly 5 minutes past 6 a.m. on the 19th of the 11th, 2024 for the record purpose. My name is Ola Yomi Koiki, popularly called Koiki Media, bringing the world closer to your doorstep. That is how far we can take you this morning. Join me later on for more programs, but not just myself. We are empowering more of the Koiki Media team, and extra more will be coming on board. We still need mobile phones, but that is the only thing that they need to operate. The more mobile phones I have, the more I can get more people to be talking on our platform. That is the only way I can empower them, because some of them want to talk, but they don't have the mobile phone, and we need to buy the mobile phone. We've bought about 6 brand new mobile phones at a cost of 160,000 naira each. I still need more, and if you can help me with second-hand from UK, America, I will take it. But in Nigeria, it has to be brand new. At least it will last them maybe 6 months before the NEPA will destroy it again. We've bought it in the past, but as usual, we just have to keep buying. So thank you so much to everyone that have contributed to make that happen. And I'm sure you are seeing my team. They're coming out frequently. So if you don't see Koiki Media, you will always see Koiki Media. Thank you so much. God bless Biafra. God bless Arewa. God bless the Yoruba people. God bless the Ambazonia. God bless the Scottish people. God bless the Manipur. God bless anybody that wants to be free from the shackles of wherever they are right now. And on that note, I say, Odaro. Well, for me, I have other things to do right now. God bless the soul of those that have died. And those that are still alive, we will fight it to the last blood with us. And we mean every word. This platform means everything I say. Listen to us now before the destruction will happen. And it doesn't matter wherever it happened. It's Yoruba land. We will rebuild it back with our own taste, far better than UK, America, Dubai. I'm sure many of you have saw Saudi Arabia with all the nakedness that took place that they called exhibition or showroom or whatever they were doing. These are Saudi Arabians. They are opening up their market, and sex, alcohol will play more in Riyadh in the near future. Let's build a Yoruba country, and we don't need to run to all this country looking for something that will save us. We have everything in Yoruba land that can keep us for the next 1,000 years. If we don't fight it now, criminal politicians will take advantage of it. You're going to be hearing the anthem. After that, I'm going to give you the screen of my account details. Every donation means a lot to me. Bye for now.
She